Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Zoological Adventures with Annie E. I'm sorry it is very early in the morning, and I wanted to come to you guys and record this. I am going to give Lilitu her first feed with us. This is going to be absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up everything because it's all locked up, just so you guys can see. In fact, I might just take these curtains down. And grab my keys and tongs, which I've got hanging up here. So, Lilitu, as I mentioned to you guys in our last video, is eating full-grown rats. So I'll show you what that looks like in comparison to a wiener. So that is Shinigami's wiener rat. So you can see it's not really all that big. And this is a full-grown rat. So it's about the size of my hand. So that's what Lilitu's eating. So that's the size difference there. And we'll just unlock this tank and see if she's in the mood for eating. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so her heat has been on for probably the last 2 or 3 hours because I like to mimic the day, sunrise and sunset. So with any luck, she'll be ravenous. Her last feed, according to where I got her from, was about a week ago now. So she's on a 1 per week cycle, which is awesome. So I'm just going to take a little Heidi rock away so you guys can see. She's all curled up. Hey, hello. So she's all curled up. Just wake her up a little. And let's move this camera somewhere where you can see, where she's not going to get cranky with us. So there you go, there she is. There she is. Okay, Kyle.
Why are you getting your snake out?
I'm not. Go to the toilet, please.
What are you bullying?
Alright, so we'll start with her. I would usually like to take her out to feed her, but I don't really have a spare tub at the moment. It's being used. Just moving it a little bit around her head. She'll grab it. Either she'll grab it nicely or she'll strike at it. Wormers aren't usually fussy eaters, but some may be. So Lilitu is still devouring her rat, and that's going to take a good 20 minutes, that there, because it's so big. So she's doing that. So we're going to try and feed Shinigami. Now Shinigami is actually showing signs of shedding. So we're not sure how this is going to go. He may not be interested in the food because he is just about ready to shed, but we'll see. So I'll pull him out, or I'll show it to you rather than pulling him out first. So I'll just move his camera. Hello, little dude. So you can see that his eyes are a little bit cloudy. I'll pick him up and I'll show you. Come on, hop out. No, you're not going to hop out. He likes to wedge himself on that. It's okay. There we go. Alright. So you can see on his face, his eyes are a little cloudy. His belly's a little cloudy, his colour's a little dull. And when you actually feel him, his skin feels quite dehydrated. There you go, mate. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and feed him. If he's not interested, then I'm not too worried. But we'll give it a go. He's usually a really good eater, but he may not be interested in food because he is shedding. But we'll give it a go. Do you want this? Do you want this? Oh, no, we're interested. Do you want it? All right, so that looks like a flat out no. And that's okay. Yeah, that's a flat out no. All right, so that's okay. So snakes don't generally like to eat that much when they're shedding. So he's obviously about to shed very, very, very soon. And basically as they get older, they shed the top layer of skin because their body has grown. He's going to coil up back where the heat is. Yeah, flat out no. Okay, so you're all right, mate. So he will probably refuse food until the shedding is done. I will keep trying. I might try him again a little bit later on today when he's a bit warmer, and see how he goes. But you guys have seen in my previous videos, this boy is a big eater. He loves to eat. And he's being fed twice a week on weaner rats. So for him to refuse food, I've had him for about 2 weeks now, it's a bit odd. So knowing that he's about to shed, it's pretty standard for him now. And he's going to try and move around a little bit. So basically what he's going to do is he's going to rub up on things until that skin has come away. You should never ever peel skin off of a snake. So basically if you start noticing like on the top of his head just here, oh, you guys can't really see that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but on the top of his head just here, you see a little bit of skin starting to peel away. Also around his eyes. I don't ever pick at that, and I don't ever force the shed. I let it happen on its own. If it looks like he's having a bit of trouble, I might pull him out and get him moving around in a very, very slightly damp towel to help remove that, that skin. But usually they're pretty good on their own shedding. Yeah, that is an absolute flat out no, I'm not interested. Shedding does take a lot out of them, and it takes quite a lot of energy for that new layer of skin to get ready, and the movement that's required to shed that skin as well. So he's going to dig a hole and move around a little bit and try and remove that layer of skin. But you can see that he's getting pretty curious. He's not as nervous as he used to be. You can tell he's not really in the mood to come out either. Usually when I open this tub, he's the first one out. He wants to come out. He wants to have a look around. So you know, when he's refusing food and refusing to come out and not really enjoying being handled, you got a pretty good bet that this snake is about to shed. Hey, mister. But the colors that he's those oranges and browns that are his stripes in his head will come back really vibrant. So what we might do is we might put his Heidi rock back and leave him alone. I'll try again a little later to see if he does want the food, but I very much doubt it. He may just be off of his food until he's shed. Like you can see that the top layer of skin's a bit dehydrated here. And as he curls around, his skin wrinkles a bit. And that's a pretty good sign that there's a shed coming, which is awesome. That's what we want. Yes, Heidi Hole's coming back. Here you go. There you go, mate. Again, their heating has only just come back online. Make sure that it's under there. And because his tub is sitting on a heat cord, I sometimes have to make sure that the heat cord is actually sitting nicely. You're going to move this into your rock, darling. That's it. There we go. And that's super important as well, is just to make sure that the heat is right. This is probably sitting in his warm spot at about 37 degrees. And when he moves away over here, it's a lot cooler because there's no heat under there. I've only got heat sort of in this section of this tub, and the rest of it is a cool spot. So you'll just want to hang in there until he sheds. Let's go check on Lilitu and see what's going on with her food. So that'll take her a couple of days to digest, and eventually she will defecate, and we'll be back here next Wednesday feeding her again. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about shedding and feeding Lilitu, her first feed since being with us. I certainly did. I love making sure that the snake's really healthy, and a really good indicator of if they're healthy is if they're eating. So I'm going to go and grab this file here, put her feeds in, and put the start date of Shinigami's shed. Like I say, I like to keep really accurate records just in case I need a vet or anything like that. And other than that, guys, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, thank you so much for your support and watching, and I will see you next time on Zoological Adventures with Annie E.